Well, looks like Bandai has decided to show off everything that's coming up in Winter Wonderfest this weekend. They don't usually do this, they usually show off the kits at the event first, then do the full reveal on the website. But it seems like now we get to see the new, refreshed Granddaddy High Grade RX 30-2 Beyond Global. Surprisingly, this kit has quite a lot of things going for it. Better part separation, awesome gimmicks for the chest, the neck, the torso, the armor, the way it moves, something sort of like a real grade 1.5, I would say. And the price, of course, is not cheap as well, it's 2,200 yen. But given the additional gimmicks that's been put in for this real grade, this does seem like a very playable kit. I think once we build this up, I am sure a ton of us will be playing with this kit to make sure we get the right pose that we wanted to show off to our friends and family. Very excited to see this kit for now, especially the way we can move the hand better in terms of the wrist movement for the kit. But frankly speaking, I can't wait to see what Bandai can do, not only for the high grade but also the master grade. Potentially, hopefully a new 3.0. Let's see what's going to come up in the pipeline. Now, they've also showed off all the pictures for the upcoming high grade 1/144 scale Infinite Justice. And to be very frank, we already seen this review a couple of weeks ago, and this being a high grade kit, look, I'm not expecting great part separation or even color separation, and in terms of detail. I built this real grade kit, but to be very frank, the real grade Infinite Justice was kind of a mess. There's a lot of falling parts. It's almost like a grenade unless you cement some of the parts in. But for a high grade kit, I think it looks great. The proportion looks nice. Yes, details are not really there, but I suppose for those of you who didn't build the real grade, this would be something that you would want to get. The color seems a bit odd to me. I think compared to the real grade version, that Infinite Justice has a more subtle pink reddish finish, but this high grade finish, the colors just doesn't really speak to me. It just looks a bit too bright, but I suppose nothing a little bit of airbrush or a can of matte spray can't fix. So there seems to be some new joint system for the legs at least, so we'll have to wait to see what really comes out from the kit when it actually comes out. Well, they've also revealed the upcoming Master Grade Gundam Kiera, and at 5,500 yen, I have to say the amount of gimmick going for the Gundam Kiera is really quite awesome. Number one, I really love the proportion. As I mentioned this before, I think if you compare this to the high grade, while there aren't a lot of changes in terms of details, in terms of proportion, it just does look a little bit better, right? There's a little bit more detail compared to the high grade version or the non-grade version. I mentioned this before in the previous video, and I was saying, I just don't really know what was the difference between this and the high grade version in terms of the gimmicks, in terms of the details. But now that we have all the pictures, especially in flight mode. So one thing going for this time around is that it does seem that there's going to be a new latch system to make sure that once it transforms into the flight mode, the the latch system will be actually a lot better compared to how we used to transform the Zeta. So when you transform the Gundam suit to a flight mode, we usually have some loose parts, right? But this time around, it seems like there's a new mechanism for the flight suit. There's also a new system for the beam rifle, or whatever you want to call this. So it seems to be detachable, and hopefully it will make the hand hold the rifle a lot better. And of course, the gimmick of the armor into a claw is also included. But then again, like I said, surprisingly for a master grade kit, we're not seeing a lot of detail for this kit. And from the upcoming Mobile Suit Gundam Flash Hathaway anime, we have the high grade 1/144 scale master. This is a temporary name, there's no official name for this mobile suit yet, so I'm surprised that Bandai decided to reveal this kit ahead of the anime. Now, I really dig the head design of the mobile suit. It's something new, very unique, and just like the high grade 144 scale RE0-2 Beyond Global version, there also seems to be quite a lot of new gimmick for articulation in terms of the arm, the chest, and the torso and the head as well. So can't wait to see this kit when it comes out. Really dig the design of how thick and how it seems to be a grunt unit for now. So definitely looking out for this kit. Now this Figura standard is something that you guys have been going crazy over, because when Bandai teased this picture, we were like, wow, this Digimon model kit looks very good. This is the Figura standard metal Garurumon, amplified 4,950 yen, ain't exactly cheap, but given how the past Figura standard amplified series has gone so well with the Digimon fans, I would say that this is definitely a must buy, given the scale, the size, the detail, and of course, more importantly, the design is really a lot better compared to what we have usually seen from the Digimon series. And of course, this being a Digimon kit, I would say that fans will probably dig this because the design is definitely a lot more aggressive in terms of the lines and the way it looks, but there seems to be quite a lot of articulation and effect parts also built into the Garurumon amplified version. So definitely something worth getting if you're a big Digimon fans. But for me personally, I can't wait to see what the Japanese modelers and also modelers around the world will be doing with this kit when it finally comes out. There does seem to be an interesting design in terms of how the body, the torso can actually move a little bit better in terms of how it can stretch and flex. So that is something that we should be looking out forward to. Now this is the next Evangelion real grade. I didn't expect Bandai to release the next Evangelion so quickly, but given that the mold is probably almost the same with just some changes to the armor and the colors, I was not surprised that they are coming out with this kit so quickly. This thing is coming out in June 2020, 4,950 yen. It's the same price as the Figura standard Garurumon amplified, so you have to decide whether you want to buy this or the Garurumon, but if you can, why not both? The only thing is that, just like the Evangelion 01 unit before this, Bandai will be releasing two separate editions. One is just the Evangelion itself with the normal beam rifle, but if you actually want to get the humanoid, the Evangelion 02 with the positron sniper rifle, that will be a separate pack altogether. So that will actually cost something about 7,150 yen, same time June 2020. Now I think most of us will probably get the positron gun set anyways, because who would want to miss out that awesome looking sniper rifle, right? So that is something that I think most fans will actually go for. Now I just want to move a little bit towards Figura standard Ultraman series, because I don't think we talk enough about this series, and I was very surprised and shocked to see that there is a Figura standard Ultraman 0. So I have not read the manga. Even the anime that I've watched so far on Netflix has yet to reveal this suit. But what is interesting is that this time around, for the price of 3,520 yen, the LED seems to be sold separately. I could be wrong, right? But then again, they have decided to sell the LED unit as a separate unit this time around. Maybe it's to keep the price low, but all in all, I have to say that this kit looks great in terms of the design, the proportion. My only worry is that from the looks of the picture, I'm not sure whether they are retaining the same metallic gunmetal-like finishing on the Ultraman series, or are they going with something else? So 3,000 plus yen, I suppose, is quite acceptable. But the one that I actually really wanted to buy is not only the Zero, but it is also the Figura standard Evil Tiga that's coming up very, very soon. But there's something that's stopping me from actually getting the Figura's standard Evil Tiga, and the biggest thing that is the price. That kit, despite the size of 1/12 scale, is actually going at 5,000 plus yen. So it is almost the same price as a master grade Gundam Kiera's 5,280 yen, coming out in May 2020. So I'm not sure whether this is a regular release or is this a premium Bandai, because so far it looks like a regular release. and it's quite expensive. So maybe the finishing is a little bit different, which explain why the cost is so high, but so far I'm actually very pleased with all the upcoming releases from Bandai. So definitely surprised and shocked, and at the same time, very happy with all the upcoming kits that's coming out from Bandai. A lot of cool kits with new gimmicks that we've never seen before. And with the new Granddaddy revised version, I think there will definitely be a Master Grade 3.0 coming up very, very soon. I just wish that they would do the same treatment for the Zaku as well for this new 40th anniversary of the Gunpla franchise. So that's our video for today, folks. Let's see as and when the pictures of all the upcoming kits will be revealed at Winter Wonder Fest this weekend. Thank you guys for watching, and if you're new to our channel, hey, help us out by subscribing to our channel and leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the comment section down below.